please come up front to take some lovely pictures. I'll step aside. And if you want Sandjha to stand up, maybe you can stand up initially.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm showing the print on my ass. It's not like, look at this.
Okay, thank you. Please take your seats. So Sandjha, here, grab a microphone, please, and one for your head of press. How are you today?
I'm good. You're good? Yeah. I'm a little bit down in the weather, but I'm really happy. The practice went perfect, and I'm just comfortable.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Please introduce your colleague. It's your head of press, I understand.
Yeah. Harri Hakanen.
How are you today?
Hello, nice to meet you.
First time in Eurovision with Sandjha, and it's exciting, of course.
Absolutely. It's amazing to be the first act of this wonderful event.
Yeah, we're really excited about that spot.
So Sandjha, you're a kickboxing Finnish nurse with Indian roots.
Yeah, that sounds
such a exotic mix.
Yeah.
And this is when you hear it on stage, you bring your friends because your friends are with you on stage, right?
Yeah, they are. There's actually 5 backup dancers / singers, so we're gonna have a party. Yeah, on
Quite
stage.
a powerful little group you have.
Yeah, we have we're bringing that woman power on stage.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. Tell me, what is your relationship to Eurovision Song Contest? Do you have any fond memories growing up, or is this a new love affair?
This is really tough because I decided from the beginning that I'm not gonna lie, because Eurovision fans and the press they will find out. I actually have no relationship with Eurovision, which makes this trip really interesting because I have never really followed Eurovision before. So I'm kind of like a Eurovision virgin right now. So I'm just taking, step by step, like, what is this world? And I'm really kind of taken aback by the intensity of the fans and what kind of a world. It's like its own bubble, and I'm really just enjoying and absorbing everything.
I can assure there are plenty of people out here in the audience that are not Eurovision virgins. They've been around in this contest for a long time and loving it and really having a good time.
Yes, I never knew about this world. I've heard about Eurovision fans that they're really into it, but now that I'm in it, and I'm just in awe. It's really amazing. You get a lot of energy from them.
It's one big happy family.
Yeah,
that's great.
Definitely.
So about your song, when you go on stage, how do you feel when you sing it?
I actually, it sounds a bit self-centered, but I actually get a lot of kind of power from the words that I've written for my song. But I kind of, whenever I feel like, okay, I can't do this, I can't, this is too much, then I actually just listen to the words that I'm singing, and okay, it's gonna be all right.
So you actually reassure yourself.
Yes,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm like, okay, listen to what you wrote. I mean, just concentrate, no fear, just do it through love, and then suddenly I feel like, yeah, I did this for me, so I can actually sing this. Does it make sense?
It makes sense. How would you like the audience to feel when they hear it?
I would like them to really listen to what I say and kind of like absorb themselves into it, and obviously that's the verse, but when the chorus comes, just let go and sing along, maybe.
Speaking of letting go, you're releasing a new album.
I actually released it on Friday.
It's Friday already.
Yeah, it's called
Tell us about
Freedom.
the album.
Yeah, it's called Freedom Venture. And it's my second album, and it can be found on Spotify and Deezer and iTunes and whatnot. And it's like the title says, it's about my freedom journey. This past 2 years, my life has changed in every aspect, and it's been. I think, you know, when you find freedom, it's not about, I'm free and I'm just so powerful. It's like, I'm broke and I'm like, you know, because that's what it is. You know, when you let go of things, you know, you look at yourself in the mirror. It's not pretty. It's not easy.
It's new and raw.
It's new and raw, but it's also liberating. But liberation isn't easy. But it tells a lot about that process of this last 2 years, which my life has taken. A good turn, but a raw turn.
A raw turn.
Yeah.
When you're on stage, you're moving about and Finnish design, because I know you like to support design that is from your country.
Support the
Finnish designers.
design.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
design. Yeah. Yeah. I have my outfit on stage is Finnish design. Am I allowed to talk about the outfit? No. Yes. Sure. Yeah. It's Finnish reindeer. I almost said meat, but it's not meat. I'm not Lady Gaga.
You're not Lady Gaga.
I'm not Lady Gaga on stage. It's reindeer suede. And it's made of Finnish reindeer leather, and as well as my shoes. And I try to, in every clothes that I have, we try to support Finnish designers, even small designers. We had a campaign, and a lot of Finnish designers contacted us, and I think it's important to show that, you know, it's not only Marimekko that is going, you know.
Well, this doesn't look like Marimekko.
This is Biancanev, and it's also a Finnish brand. So I think it's really important, you know, to go all the way, you know, and show the world that, you know, we have something really, and we have also ecological, recycled jewelry.
Wonderful.
And, you know, so I think that, you know, it's part of our thing, our values.
Terrific. Before I let the journalists in the room ask questions, I'd like to ask you one question that I will ask every artist. What does this year's theme mean to you deep down? Come together.
I think it's, you know, it's really important for me. I work with a really big team as well in my own music, and I believe in kind of doing, like, the way to heal the world is to work together. I think is to have a project where you don't think about yourself, you think about something that's outside of yourself, and when you all have a common goal, then, you know, you come together, which is the theme. But also the song as well. It's about coming together. It's about, you know, sing it away, yes, but not alone. You know, I'll help you sing it out. I'm there for you. So I think it's right on point.
Wonderful. Colleagues, please. Alistair Birch from Australia, please. A microphone from Joe Beck here.
Hi, Sandjha. Alistair Birch from SBS Radio in Australia. Welcome to Eurovision.
Thank you.
I have a question about your great-grandmother. Can you tell us perhaps a little about her story, and how does she inspire your music today?
Are you talking about Ladaria?
Yes.
She was my great-grandmother. Yeah. You're forgiven. I'm really glad you asked about that. My great-great-grandmother, she was born on the ship coming from India, and she was a really renowned singer in my home country, or in my mother's home country. And she sung in funerals and weddings, and she had 11 children, and she would always leave on Friday, and she would leave them with her husband, and then she would come back on Sunday, and she would have like a bed sheet where she would pack all her things, put it on her back, and she would sing. She played the drums, she played all kind of Indian instruments, she would have bells on her ankles, and she would kind of, you know, dance, and the way it worked was that she didn't get paid for it, but it was that she would get food, and she was not allowed to sleep on a bed. She had to have a sheet, and she would only take the food and sleep on that sheet. So it was kind of like it was a work of her soul. It wasn't something that you get money from. It was something that she was supposed to do. And I wrote a song from my first album and it was a tribute to her. Because a lot of people from my home country, they say that, oh, you're Ladaria's great-great-granddaughter, that's why, you know, you're such an entertainer, and you're like you're a healer, and that's what it's about. It's like I'm continuing her legacy.
That's a wonderful story.
Thank you.
More questions? Gentlemen up front, please. And also state, like Alistair did, state your name and where you're from, please.
It's Martijn van der Veen, Eurovision artist in the Netherlands. I read that for your second album you went to Jamaica and Guyana to get inspiration. And I was wondering what exactly did inspire you in those two countries?
Yeah, Guyana was my mother's home country, but I always had this kind of fear that I don't want to become this. Entertainment is like a curse, you know, everything has to be deep and have a really like a powerful message. And when I came back, I was thinking, wait a minute, Jamaica has the best message. It's about joy, and it seems like it's shallow, like it's just you know, but it's deep as well. And it changed my mind that wait a minute, something happy can also be very deep. It doesn't always have to be shallow, and that's why I have my first single from my second album is called My Bass, and it's basically about dancing and like. Your bass keep rolling, and it's like, that's an ass song, I can't do that. It's like, that's shallow, and it changed my mind. It was like, no, that's actually pretty deep, and it's fun. That can, you know, fun is not a curse. So that's how it's changed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gentlemen up front here, please. So microphone coming.
Hello, Michael from Eurovision Group Germany. My question is, your roots are from Indian, your mother. So, as most of us know, Indians are very spiritual. So they believe in reincarnation and things like that. Are you spiritualists? Have you spiritual experiences? Did you believe in this?
Wow, that's some really good questions. I'm really happy.
I told you that they've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. Yes, I am. I don't talk a lot about religion. I'm not necessarily religious. I don't talk about very much in the media, but my grandmother is very religious in Guyana, as well as my grandmother in Finland as well, but in a very different way. She's from Karelia, or from that side, the eastern Finland, which they love poetry and there's a lot of liveliness and singing in that. But yes, I do believe in keeping up traditions and respecting traditions, and so yes, I am spiritual. Yeah, I don't know if, are you, yeah? Okay, good.
Happy with that? Excellent.
Do you want another answer? I can rewrite it for you.
Gentleman over there in green.
Thank you. Hello, Sandjha. This is Fernando Mendes with Radio International.
Hi.
You spoke earlier during this meet and greet about healing, about the function as a healer, and I read in your biography that you are, apart of a songwriter and an artist, you are a nurse.
Yes.
Well, I myself am a medical doctor, now look at us, here we are. But what drove you into doing nursing? What took you to take those studies and to perform that type of job? And are you still practicing? Have you ever practiced? Do your patients recognize you as a singer? And tell us a little bit more about your job as a nurse, please.
My mom is a nurse, and she's a big idol of mine. So I looked up to her. I still look up to her, and she's just the most loving person I know. And for me, it was really important that I practice a career that has a meaning, that you can actually do something for others. And I still work as a nurse. I worked 6 months in a cardiac intensive care unit, and now I work in my mother's ward, where I have a lot of leeway because they're big fans, and the boss is like, we can make you a timetable where you get to go your gigs and do that, and I'm so grateful that I can actually combine these two. And after I won my the competition to become the Eurovision representative of Finland, I still went back and worked in the hospital afterwards. So it's, you know, like, I'm not a diva, you know, I'm grounded. But it was funny, because even though I was in my uniform, people would be like, oh, she's the celebrity nurse, she's the... but, you know, I would have, you know, the uniform kind of protected me, because then I could be like, hi, I'm Nurse Sandhya, how are you? It kind of, I got to be another person, but they were really, you know, happy that you're still here. You can still, you know, help me shower, even though you're this so-called star. So I think it's a good balance, and I think, you know, music is also, I've sung to elderly with dementia, for example. I've worked in a dementia home as well, and I've sung to them. And that's something that really touches them, even though they don't understand anything else. Music has been something that has healed, so I believe there's both of them, singing and nursing as healing components. I talk a lot, so, you know, just stop me when you want to move on.
This is great. We actually need to round off this meet and greet. We don't have time for any more questions, unfortunately, but it was great to have you here, Sandhya.
Thank you so much.
It's exciting to see your show. And you will be seeing these ladies and gentlemen many times, I'm sure. Before we say goodbye, next meet and greet is in 20 minutes. It's Greece. And before we leave, Sandhya, give her a warm round of applause.
Thank you.